Coming up on Evening Edition, a day-long search for a Central Illinois man accused of killing 4 people at a Nashville Waffle House ends with him in custody. Plus, 9 dead and 16 are injured in an attack with a van in Toronto, and residents across the river region walked for a good cause. Live from Southern Illinois University, you're watching River Region Evening Edition.
The Central Illinois man accused of killing 4 people at a Nashville area Waffle House is now in custody. Good evening and thank you for joining us on this busy Monday evening. I'm Jordan Taylor.
And I'm Carrie Cicados. Travis Reinking's arrest capped a day-long manhunt. Police say he unloaded an assault-style rifle at the restaurant in Antioch early Sunday morning. The 29-year-old sat in his pickup truck for a few minutes, then got out naked except for a green jacket and shot 2 people right outside the restaurant.
Custody, the detectives went, cut off the backpack off of him because he was in cuffs. When they looked into the backpack, they saw a silver Kimber semi-automatic weapon with .45 caliber ammunition, a flashlight, and a holster on his person.
His motive remains unclear this evening. Reinking is from the Pekin area. Police in Canada have made an arrest after a white van struck several pedestrians in Toronto. The Toronto Police Services says the crash happened at a busy intersection today. Police say 9 people are dead and 16 others are injured. A witness says the vehicle was traveling at high speed on the sidewalk at the time. Police have arrested a suspect but have not released any details about the arrest. The van appears to belong to a rental company called Ryder.
An off-duty Dalton, Illinois police officer was hospitalized in serious condition after being shot in an attempted robbery. The incident occurred just after midnight as 55-year-old Daryl Hope was arriving at his home. According to Dalton police, Hope exchanged gunfire with the 2 suspects. He was struck in the abdomen, arm, and leg.
Who was just off shift, had returned home. He was on the front porch of his home when 2 persons that were armed approached him, took cover, and ordered him down from his porch. At that time, my detective dropped his bag, and sometime during the encounter, shots were exchanged and my detective was shot.
Officer Hope is married and has 3 children. Police are still looking for the 2 suspects. Dalton is just south of Chicago. And in more news, State Police District 22 will participate in Illinois Distracted Driving Awareness Week again. The district will conduct an enforcement campaign of Illinois distracted driving laws. Troopers say 10 people are killed each day in distracted driving crashes. And Carrie, it is absolutely important that you remain not distracted on your cellular devices when you're driving, especially in severe weather.
Exactly. I know for the most part of the day we did see rain, so drivers had to especially be safe today. Devin, but how's it looking for the rest of the evening?
Sporadic rain showers that we've seen throughout the day and they're going to continue on into the evening. Around 10 p.m. tonight, we're going to be seeing some clouds and some sporadic rain as it goes on with a temperature around 57. That should turn into some fog later on into the morning. And the morning around 7 a.m., if you're walking to class going somewhere, you're going to need your rain boots and umbrella because we're going to be getting some more showers with a temperature around 53 degrees. As the day goes on, we're going to be seeing some more clouds, kind of like we did today with a temperature of around 58. So it will warm up, but we are going to be getting those April showers. We're going to be seeing some more later on this week of that, but the lowest high that we have this week is around 59 degrees. So the temperatures are heating up and we are getting more into that spring summer weather. All that's coming up in your 5-day forecast plus more, so stick around.
Thanks, Devin. We look forward to those warmer temperatures. In more news, the Champaign-based bus company Suburban Express is facing a state lawsuit alleging the company has discriminated against and harassed customers and their families. Illinois Attorney General Lisa Madigan said her office is suing the company and owner Dennis Topin. The lawsuit is in response to a December mass marketing email that many recipients found truly shocking.
My lawsuit alleges that Suburban Express has long been engaged in illegal discrimination and harassment against college students in Illinois, particularly University of Illinois students and their families.
Madigan also claims that Topin bans and publicly shames or embarrasses customers. Suburban Express has not commented on these claims.
Over 100 individuals from the River Region area teamed up this weekend to walk for a good cause.
And Evening Edition reporter Holly Peipenberg takes us on this walk.
Get moving!
Hundreds stepped forward on Saturday to raise funds for multiple sclerosis research. Participants raised money leading up to the walk, then hit the pavement for 1 to 3 miles. The disease, commonly known as MS, damages the central nervous system and interrupts signals to the brain. This nerve damage can cause anything from an uncontrollable tingling sensation to vision loss to complete loss of muscle coordination. Walkers at Saturday's event hope to raise money that will support research and raise awareness of the disease their loved ones face.
Makes them aware of the struggles that they actually go through and the need for research.
Individuals raised over $17,000 by Saturday's walk, but they aren't done yet. They hope to meet their $35,000 goal by the end of the month. If you would like to support their cause, you can visit the Carbondale page on nationalmssociety.org.
Ahead on Evening Edition, Missouri lawmakers say their governor is complicating their lives needlessly.
And a Senate committee is expected to vote on Mike Pompeo's nomination as Secretary of State. Stay tuned. You're watching Evening Edition at 5. Controversy surrounding Missouri Governor Eric Greitens is complicating things for state lawmakers. He was indicted last week on a felony charge of computer tampering, accused of illegally using his charity donors list for his political campaign. Now some state lawmakers are calling for him to resign, others talking impeachment.
People are mistaken and they think that impeachment means the person is removed from office. And that's just not the case. Impeachment is basically being charged. It is a higher standard than what is brought in criminal court.
Greitens is so far resisting calls to resign. Lawmakers say he could face impeachment regardless of the outcome of his criminal trial.
President Trump is having a tough time filling his cabinet. This week, Congress is scheduled to hear from the man picked to lead the VA, Ronnie Jackson.
And tonight, a Senate committee is expected to vote on Mike Pompeo's nomination for Secretary of State. Camila Bernal is in Washington with more.
Despite praise from the president,
I think Mike Pompeo will go down as one of the great Secretary of States.
Mike Pompeo is feeling the heat.
The fact that he's been against the Iran deal and the idea that he may take the president basically in a very hawkish and wrong direction.
But the head of the CIA faces a historic snub from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, who will likely not recommend his confirmation, something that has never happened for a Secretary of State nominee.
To have nearly across-the-board Democratic opposition strikes me as unfortunate and unprecedented.
Democratic Senators Joe Donnelly, Joe Manchin, and Heidi Heitkamp announced support for Pompeo.
However, a majority of Democrats continue their pointless obstruction to score cheap political points with their base as a willful attempt to undermine American diplomacy.
But Republican Senators Rand Paul and Jeff Flake have concerns. Still, the GOP is poised to bring Pompeo's nomination to the Senate floor, where he is expected to be confirmed.
The president is looking forward to Mike Pompeo's confirmation so he can continue doing an incredible job on behalf of the American people.
Another nominee not getting a pass, President Trump's doctor turned pick to lead the VA, Ronnie Jackson. Senior GOP aides say Jackson is the most vulnerable nominee on the docket, but we won't have to wait long to see how senators react. Jackson's confirmation hearing is on Wednesday. In Washington, I'm Camila Bernal.
Senator Ron Paul now says he will support Pompeo's nomination, though he was initially opposed.
French President Emmanuel Macron arrived at Andrews Air Force Base earlier this morning for the state meeting with President Trump. The President and First Lady Melania are hosting the French President and his wife. Macron hopes to discuss many issues with the President, including trade, our country's security, and military issues involving both countries. It is the first official state visit of Trump's administration.
It's a boy for the royal family. The Duchess of Cambridge has left St. Mary's Hospital with Prince William and their newborn son, less than 24 hours after the birth. They returned to their home in Kensington Palace. Their other two children, 4-year-old Prince George and 2-year-old Princess Charlotte, left the hospital earlier after a short visit. Kate and the baby are said to be doing well.
I'm sorry, but anything that happens with the royal family, it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
And as we're counting down to Prince Harry's wedding coming up the next month, there's just so many royal news.
Queen Elizabeth's birthday, a lot happening in England.
Yep.
Congratulations to them. And more news, Lift As We Climb is a mentoring program created here for SIU students.
Yep, and this semester the program has been jump-started due to the enrollment decline. Evening Edition reporter Brittany Kiles tells us more.
Since 2008, SIU has lost up to 6,000 students. That's enough students to almost take up the entire basketball arena.
In response to the decreasing numbers, SIU will close the East Campus high-rises and house new incoming and returning students in Thompson Point. These declining numbers stem from financial instability, campus climate, and retention. Concerns about the effects of the plan have caused many protests on campus and even driving some students to take matters into their own hands. Michaela Barrett, Vice President of LAWC and activist for SIU students, thinks the program will help fight against the loss of students by helping them get more involved.
When it comes to feeling welcomed, that's definitely when that mentor is like, hey, let's go out for some ice cream, or hey, let's go out to this event together. Hey, did you know this is going on?
LaDeja Dean, president of Lift As We Climb, founded the mentoring program to help SIU students in need of help.
Anybody and anyone who feel like they may need help, we are here for you. Like, that is our aim, is to help all SIU students achieve their dreams in, pursuing that degree.
Barrett thinks their mentoring program is different from others.
I'm just saying that a student would be able to relate to a student better compared to a faculty or administrator, because we are going through the same things. We are experiencing the same things.
LAWC offers mentoring to all students and are still accepting applications. For River Region Evening Edition, I'm Brittany Kiles.
And if you'd like, you can head to the group's barbecue going on right now at the Student Services Building until 8 o'clock this evening. For more information, contact their president, LaDeja Dean, at the email address at the bottom of your screen.
Well, I hope while they're barbecuing out there, they're not dealing with any rain. We did have a damp day here in our region, but are we going to dry out anytime soon? I hope that answer is yes. Deborah Dom is in with an update on her forecast.
And on Wall Street, stocks ended the day with mixed results. Stay tuned for the nightly business report coming up in the next half hour.